Welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining me on this week's preview show. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share, look for new content Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. Go visit the Gray Man's channel. I just did a wonderful memory, 5-comic memory with the Gray Man, where I showed off 5 comics from my collection that brought me memories. So that's over on the Gray Man's channel. Please go check that out. I'll link his channel up above and in the description. And yeah, join me Tuesday, tomorrow, for What's in the Box. And thank you once again for coming to the preview show. Don't forget to go check out the Gray Man. Peace. Alright guys, welcome back to the show. Welcome to the preview show. This is where we're going to preview some comics coming out this week. I'm primarily going to focus on the ones I'm interested in. But let's get into it. But first, don't forget, hit that notification bell if you like the content. Hit the like button if you please. And don't forget to share. Throw a comment in there if you like what you're seeing. And let's get into the comics for this week. Alright, so let's start with DC this week. Let's switch it up. So we have Batman 103. Ghostmaker is going to be in here. Clown Hunter is going to be in here. From what I understand, though, you've got Ghostmaker versus Batman and Clown Hunter versus Harley Quinn. The cover says Ghostmaker versus Clown Hunter, so we'll see what happens. Here is cover A. What else do we have? We have the 1 in 25 this week. That's pretty cool. And then we have cover B, cardstock by Francisco Mattina. James Tynion writing it. He's been a beast writing these series. So, next one we got Justice League number 57. This is a tie-in to Death Metal, Dark Knight's Death Metal tie-in. I believe this, it says right here. The ending of this epic story leads directly into Dark Knight's Death Metal number 5. Joshua Williamson is writing this book. The artist is Zermanico. Cover artist is Liam Sharp. Looks like a pretty dope cover. Got Lex Luthor holding what appears to be the skull of Nightwing. The rest of the Justice League is tied up. Pretty cool cover. There is a cover B, and that looks Philip Tan on that cover. And that's it for this one, but this is a tie-in to Death Metal. Speaking of Death Metal, you've got Dark Knight's Death Metal number 5. So it looks like Dark Knight has won by this point. These heroes have been rallying for a while now, but they're going to have to rally once again to try to stop the Darkest Knight. Scott Snyder is writing this. Greg Capullo is drawing it. Jonathan Glapion is helping him along with FCO Placencia. They've been working on this, working together since like 2011's Batman run. There are a ton of covers for this. Ton. Most of these are store variants. This, I believe, is the 1 in 25 Doug Mahnke cover. This is the 1 in 100. So there are some cool covers out there. Well, let's keep it moving. So there's Nightwing number 76 this week, Aquaman number 65, the final issue of Teen Titans number 47. It's not particularly an issue that I'm going to pick up, but since it's the final issue, we'll show you the cover. There is a B cover. I believe that's Babs Tarr. That is Babs Tarr. You got Catwoman number 27. I believe that there's a pretty cool, yep, there it is, the Jenny Frison B cover. So that might be worth a grab, especially if you're a Jenny Frison fan. I am a Jenny Frison fan. And the Catwoman series hasn't been that bad. I've been on and off with the series. Just too many books out there. But it is a good series. Joelle Jones is doing a bang-up job with that book. You got Rorschach #2, for those of you reading that. Joker Harley Criminal Sanity #6. Seems like that's been around for a while. Looney Tunes #257. And Sandman #23, Dollar Comics. So that is DC for next week. The big book seems to be Batman. And you got Death Metal #5. Alright, let's go to Image. What do we got happening in the world of Image? Commanders in Crisis, which appears to be a pretty big series. Issue #2 is coming out. You've got The Darkness #1, 25th Anniversary, Commemorative Edition. A couple of covers for that. Die #15, Kieran Gillen, Stephanie Hans. So this issue looks like it's going to have some big stuff happening in it. We'll see what happens. Somebody might die. Some people may become enemies. It seems to be a really big issue. You've got the Bill Sienkiewicz cover. If you're a fan of Bill Sienkiewicz, that is a pretty awesome cover. Die #13 is out this week. That's a Robert Kirkman book. East of West, The Apocalypse Year 3 hardcover is out. I'll never recommend the hardcover just because of the price. But East of West is a really good series. So if you can get year 1, year 2 at a decent price, I recommend picking it up to read it. I think issue 1 is still relatively cheap. Maybe like 10 beans. $10. So definitely worth a read. Gideon Falls trade paperback volume 5 is out. What else? Ice Cream Man #21. Just gonna skip by a few things. 7 to Eternity #14. As far as I know, this series has been out for at least 3 years. And we are on issue #14. So it is very scarce when a 7 to Eternity issue comes out. Rick Remender and Jerome Opeña do an excellent job with this book. I guess it's starting a new arc, so I guess you could jump on this book, but with the infrequency of how often it comes out, I can't recommend it in any other form but trade, because by the time the next issue comes out, you may have forgotten what happened in the last issue. But it is a good book. Alright, Chip Zdarsky, Stillwater, #3. It's coming out. This is a fun horror book. I recommend reading it. And since it's only on issue 3, issues 1 and 2 should still be available. That Texas Blood has third printings of #1, or has a third printing of issue #1, and second printings of issues #2, 3, and 4. It is good, excellent pacing. I've been saying it's a slow burn, but it's a good burn. And by the time we got up to issue 5, things really got rolling in a pretty incredible way. So if you can take a little bit of a Texas-paced, slow-paced book, That Texas Blood is a good read. And now we have The Walking Dead Deluxe #3. If you haven't heard by now, they are reintroducing The Walking Dead, just colored. The original Walking Dead series was all black and white. It's fun to reread it. I'm not going to pick up all 184 issues in color, but I will pick up some key issues here and there. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up any issues this week. I do like the Moore cover colored issue #3. So the Tony Moore. I have a print of this from Tony Moore autographed. So memories. But other than that, I'm not sure if I'm picking up any of these books this week. This is the A cover by David Finch, reimagining the original covers. This is Charlie Adlard. He came on to the series later in the game, took over for Tony Moore. Pretty early in the series. Here's a Arthur Adams or Art Adams cover, and he's been doing character-focused covers. So that's pretty cool. Alright, let's get out of Image. Let's go to Dark Horse. Let's see what Dark Horse has going on. A couple of trades coming out. The continuation of the Umbrella Academy, You Look Like Death Tales. Number 3 coming out. Those covers have been pretty cool on that series. Alright, over to IDW. They've got a My Little Pony short box coming out this week and a Transformer short box. So if you're looking for those, they are coming. Sea of Sorrows seems to be a pretty interesting book coming out. Same guys who did Road of Bones. This happens out in space. It seems to be a space horror book. Space horror could be fun. Supposedly something's supposed to happen in Star Wars Annual 2020. I don't know what, but I've heard it's a spec book this week. Haven't really delved too far into that one. Alright, Marvel Comics. We've got Amazing Spider-Man, number 53, continuation of Last Remains. If you read 52 without giving away anything, jaw-dropping issue. I repeat, jaw-dropping. I can't even say it. Jaw-dropping. And it says right here, if you think you've seen a brutal Spider-Man fight before, you are wrong. Here's a B cover. I will definitely be picking up that issue. Avengers continues on. You got Avengers Marvel Snapshots, number 1. Cable number 5, second printing, and then you got Cable number 6, part of the 10 of Swords series, part 19 of 22. I've been saying X of Swords. I will be saying 10 of Swords because that is actually the title. Roman numeral 10 is an X. Makes sense, doesn't it? It's a nice play there. But you got Jerry Dugan, Phil Noto, 10 of Swords, Cable. It's 19 of 22. There is one variant, Scroach cover, or Scroachy. Since I'm reading X of Swords, I will definitely be picking up that A cover. Captain America number 25. They've got the Indigenous cover by Barigi. Still don't know how to say his name. But this is a pretty awesome cover. And for you Scotty Young fans, there is a Scotty Young. Captain Marvel number 22 gets a second print variant. I think the only importance to this one is first cover appearances, not of Ove, because he was on another issue of Captain Marvel, but Brigid, Thor's daughter, and Sora, those could be first cover appearances for those two characters. Sora, I believe, is the daughter of Psylocke and Forge. Got Fantastic Four number 26. This is a slight spec book only because the Forever Gate's been ripped open and beings from other dimensions or realities are pouring in, so who knows what first appearances you might get with that. Hellions number 6 is coming out. This is also part of the 10 of Swords. This is part 18 of 22. There will be 3 parts out this week, so this is another one of the 3. There is an In-Hyuk Lee variant. That's some good In-Hyuk Lee goodness right there. Immortal Hulk number 40 is out this week. This issue is supposed to, well, this run is supposed to stop at 50. So this issue means we're about 10 away from the end. Right, if you count this one, we're 11 away. Joe Fixit looks like he's going to be back in control on this one. And so there is a She-Hulk cover. The Phoenix variant. You have another Varegi cover. So the indigenous covers are coming along quite nicely. There's a spoiler cover this week. Spoiler. Which is usually a scene from inside the book. So I won't go releasing that to you guys. Don't want to spoil the issue. Alright, Juggernaut number 3 of 5 is out. It's a pretty well written book. Issue 1 sucked me in. Issue 2 was fun. Issue 3 is going to be big for the series. It's only 5 issues though. So if you're already on issue 3. If you've already bought all 3, you might as well finish the run with 4 and 5. You got Marvel's Voices, number 1. The Indigenous Voices series looks like it could be cool. There's another Veregi cover. That's his rendition of Ghost Rider. That's pretty cool. There's going to be a ton of covers this week for this book. I will not be purchasing this book. I've just got too many things on the pull to get sucked into another series. Spider-Woman always has some pretty cool covers. Star Wars. The big cover this week is supposed to be Darth Vader number 6, because that is the first cover appearance of Ochi of Bestoon, the Sith Assassin. So that's supposed to be a big spec book. Strange Academy number 1, 5th printing's out, black and white. Symbiote Spider-Man. King in Black number 1 is out. This is the book that's supposed to kick off the King in Black event. So here you go. Peter David, Greg Land. There is a black blank variant. So for you sketch cover gurus out there, there you go. Go grab one of those. There's a Thor number 8 2nd printing. That's taken from the interior. Some True Believers, King in Black. I guess these are issues from the past that will come into play during the King in Black series. Got a Venom number 27 4th printing. Venom number 30 is the new book. New Venom book this week. This will end the whole Venom Beyond series. You got, looks like Eddie and Codex will be meeting face to face. And there is cover B. That is a Ryan Stegman cover. So that's pretty cool. That's Rex. So he's one of the original soldiers who wore a symbiote back in the day. And then you got some Widowmakers. And last but not least, you've got X-Force. This is 10 of Swords, part 17 of 22. Looks like Wolverine front and center. And Wolverine has been really key to this storyline. 10 of Swords, he has been in it a lot. Alright, Dynamite, let's take a quick look. You got Mars Attacks, you got some Red Sonja. Sacred 6 is continuing along. Vengeance of Vampirella. So this Lucio Perillo cover has gotten some attention. And let's see what Boom's doing. They got Willow, Buffy, Faithless, Firefly, Lumberjanes. But here we go. Once in Future, number 13. This is one of the bigger books from Boom Studios. Kieran Gillen, Dan Mora, love his art. This is fun. Beowulf, if you know mythology and stuff, Merlin. If you're all into that, this is definitely a book to look into getting. This is a Justine Franny cover B, so that looks cool. And then you got Something is Killing the Children. Again, another big Boom book, probably the biggest Boom book out right now. James Tynion the 4th, Werther Del Edra or Del Edera. So Erica, who's one of the main or the main character in the book, is trying to save Archer's Peak from both the monster infestation and from the Order of St. George, who are pretty much the people she works for. So this town is in trouble. She's trying to get him out of it. But it is a very good book. And there is this kind of bloody sketch cover. Get a sketch on that and it will look dope. So there you go. Let's see. Just a look at some other books that are out this week. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I got. So, thank you for joining me for the previews of what's coming out this week. Hopefully, I didn't take up too much of your time. And hopefully, I shared some stuff that kind of caught your eye. So, don't forget to like, hit that notification bell, subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and you know what, do what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna get ready to go buy some comics, Peace.